this Ottawa team is full of talent, and I just think they went through a lull maybe in the schedule.
Shooting Stars are led by their shooting star. Second in the CEBL, Miles Powell, the former NBAer. As we take a look at the team stats for tonight's game, Shooting Stars just under 100 points, great field goal percentage, and really they dominate in so many facets.
Well, the part I like is the points. The 100 points a game is sensational in a FIBA game. But then the 37% efficiency from the three is outstanding. And the leading rebounding team. These are the two leading rebounding teams in the CBL. But to be number one in rebounding is something that every coach wants to be.
In the ends tonight, the BlackJacks, again, 3 losses in a row. And a team that right now also without some significant players. Terrell Tate is not on the roster tonight. There's Anthony Walker, Skywalker, for the Shooting Stars, who have pretty much gone with their status quo from the beginning. Keep in mind, Coach, this was a team in Scarborough that had 0 games CEBL experience. But guess what? They had a lot of experience elsewhere.
Yeah, but they've got a leader. They've got a leader in Miles Powell, which is sensational, and they've got all the pieces. And Tyrell Vernon has 1 solid year of being a head coach and has made him better in preparing this team.
Charles Bediaco's getting ready. How about Frank the Tank? Frank Mitchell leading the CEBL in rebounds on the boards. Watch for him tonight. Speaking of Tyrell Vernon, he is with our S-man, Esfandiar Barahani. Come in.
All right, Coach. This Ottawa BlackJacks team is led by Javonte Smart. How do you have to contain a guy that can do so much on the basketball court offensively?
I think we just got to, keep fresh bodies on him. He's a 3-level guy, so he's coming off the screens. He can shoot it off the bounce. He's an ISO guy. He's a phenomenal basketball player. So, if we could just make life hard on him a little bit today, I think that's the plan. But it's definitely hard to do.
What do you attribute to how collective your group has felt in this win streak and so far this season? It just feels like there's a connection that all of them have.
You know what? I think what we're doing is, Miles has done a phenomenal job, making sure players are, focused in on the task and just a win-first mentality. I think they're sharing the love, and it doesn't matter who, wins a certain possession, but they're celebrating everybody's success. So, but every game's a new game, and what we're doing now, we just have to make sure we carry that forward throughout the season.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, they share the love, all right. They love dancing after their wins. They're usually dancing with S in the huddle at the end. But as we know, Coach, fame is fleeting in this league. It can fail you from night to night.
Hardest team in this league has the greatest advantage.
We'll be back. Tip-off from Scarborough coming up right after this. Hello, Canada. Welcome to a new CEBL season.
It's been amazing, Canada basketball, to put that platform and give guys an out.
The crowds were bigger, the players got better, the quality of the game got better.
You gotta love it, Canadian Goose.
Fasten your seatbelt tonight because we're gonna have some high energy and some high flying stuff.
This is the trail. This is the real. It's all that I gotta do. I'm in my zone. No shortage of emotion, no shortage of intensity as anticipated.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster juice. Fuel for what's next.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun, or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Welcome back inside the House of the Ends, Starbase Command for the Scarborough Shooting Stars tonight. Time for our keys to the game presented by CDIC. And first, the keys to the game for the Ottawa BlackJacks.
They've got to focus for 40. They've got to finish strong. They've started well, they just haven't finished strong in the stretch here. They have to stop the ball defensively. Their defense has to start with the ball. They can't be caught chasing the basketball. And then they need that bench to come up. They've got to relieve their starters. They don't have to score, they just have to make sure they can maintain the level of play.
Keys to the game for the Shooting Stars, again presented by CDIC. I would imagine give the ball to number 13 is probably one of the keys to the game tonight for them.
Man, if you got a conductor like him, you got to give him the ball and let him control the pace. They want to be fast on offense, they want to stop Ottawa on defense. Second chance opportunities. This is the best rebounding team in the league. They score well off of offensive rebounds. They kick it out immediately and they pass the ball. And they got to make the Ottawa Blackjack Canadians score because they score with their imports.
Time to look at our starting lineups for tonight for the guys who are wearing the red and the capital for the Ottawa Blackjacks. Javonte Smart, the quarterback, of course. Justin Jackson finally healthy again. He's got the good kicks on tonight, by the way. Matthew Cleveland, look out for this guy, newcomer to the CEBL, who's scoring lights out. Wilson Dubinsky and Drew Cisse. And for the Scarborough Shooting Stars, again, all led by Miles Powell.
And they've got 3 Canadians starting in their lineup, and that's impressive.
Kellen Tynes gets inserted into the starting lineup tonight as well. So let's take a look at our players to watch, but take a look as well at what these Ottawa Blackjacks have done or haven't been able to do lately.
Javonte Smart here is the player to watch here for Ottawa. 23 points a game. He's got a pile of NBA experience. He's played for Team USA. We've got a chance tonight to watch 2 guys who've got NBA sweat on them, and these are the 2 guys that have to lead. Javonte Smart put up 44 last year in a game. He is a pure scorer. He can hit the jump shot and a great assist man. He's 4th in the CBL with 7 assists a game.
Native of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and of course the player to watch, no doubt, for the Scarborough Shooting Stars is number 13, Miles Powell, Trenton, New Jersey native who spent some time with the Philadelphia 76ers. He's also been Mr. Target Score Time.
Yeah, taking the league by storm. Here's a guy averaging 28 points a game, shooting 41% from the 3. Big East MVP. But not only that, his leadership has brought this team together quickly. He is undoubtedly the leader of this team.
Our whistleblowers tonight, crew chief is Tommy Wu, Fei Shang, and Troy Bennett, the umpires. Shooting Stars in black tonight with their white trim. There's Miles Powell. What a revelation he has been. Here's a team that lost Donovan Williams, Terquavion Smith, Kat Barber from last year's team that almost got to the championship game. And really, this team hasn't missed a beat. And the Blackjacks in red with the capital emblazoned on the front of their jerseys. We're ready to roll here on a Friday night. Coach, we're getting pretty close to almost the midway point of the season. The question is, are the Scarborough Shooting Stars the best team in the CEBL?
Ask me in 40.
There you are. Ready for the tip. Bediako lost the tip to Cisse, but Cisse put it into the hands of the Shooting Stars. Here is the orchestra conductor, Miles Powell. Waits for a pick from Walker. The roll. Anthony Walker stops, can't pop. Cisse, big rebound, big guy out of San Diego, California. There's the first three-point attempt, and both teams off in their first possession.
Usually teams like to run a first set play. Scarborough did, but not Ottawa. They just came down and fired it up.
Bediako to the rim. Wanted a foul, didn't get it, but the first bucket of the game goes to Big Charles Bediako. That's going to be a matchup to watch. Those two heavyweights, those two towers in the middle.
Well, I watched his brother this morning play, and he was sensational.
Jaden Bediako, member of the Mamba of Saskatoon. Smart, Euro step inside, gets his own rebound, puts it up, misses that time. Rebound brought down by Akoy Uwat. Kellen Tynes swings it out. Walker wanted to take a three, does, and he nails it. Splash down for Anthony Walker.
But he waited till he was ready. That's what I like about it. It wasn't a rush three, and he let his rebounders get set.
Here's a three-pointer answered. Missed that time. Wilson Dubinsky battling for the basketball on the far side. As they get prepared to inbound the rock, of course, that ball presented by Spalding, the official game ball of the CEBL. That ball was just taken away by the Shooting Stars, and here we go. Powell lets it fly. Miles Powell, one of the best three-point shooters in the CEBL, averaging 27.6 a game, second in the CEBL, and a nice shot that time. Little floater from Matthew Cleveland from Milton, Georgia, former Miami Hurricane coach.
A great basketball player. Like, you watch him there, he'll score any way you let him. He read and reacts really well. He's got the three-point shot, but his pull-up game is sensational. A very special player for Ottawa.
Kellen Tynes, the Maritimer. Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Steal again. 5-2 early Scarborough lead. And again, Cleveland. Nice block. Uwat had the block, but it went right into the midst of JJ, Justin Jackson, the Toronto native, former Maryland Terrapin. Another costly turnover, stolen right back. Tynes all alone, flushes it. Scrambly basketball right now.
And a 10-second shot clock, I think. Wow, we just had two terrible turnovers and just reckless turnovers for both these teams. They just got it both settled down.
Ottawa native Dubinsky. Cisse couldn't handle that pass, but gets it back. Smart. Javonte Smart, one of the best, and there is a foul on Big Cisse on a moving screen. Looked like he might have got his hand on Kellen Tynes.
And I think he was dancing with them. He just, you can't, you just got to set yourself. He's a nice big wide body. Get those legs set nice and wide, and that's it.
Cisse, by the way, has an unbelievable record in the NBA G League. You might not, you got to read it again. 20 offensive rebounds in one game. That's great rebounding, but that might be some lousy shooting as well.
Yeah, I wonder if some of the shots were his own.
Drew Cisse, San Diego.
You turn the ball over, live ball turnovers will kill you. This is just a cross-court pass. It's different if it goes out of bounds, but on a live ball turnover, you pay the price immediately.
Drew Cisse sits down, played at Western Illinois. Coming into the game now, Alex Fudge, another big body, a former Florida Gator, newcomer as well, and Christian Roller, a veteran in the CEBL, the Toronto native. Bediako. Again, brother Jaden Bediako. The brothers Bediako, the family Bediako. Quite a lineage of basketball players.
Quite a meal there, too, if you got to serve both of them.
Oh, yes, you do. 9-4 score early on here. Inside, knifing down low. Good defense that time, and over top of Bediako was number 17, Christian Roller.
And that's bonus for Ottawa with Roller getting himself to the rim.
Roller's played around the world, not only in Canada. Cleveland gets out of the sandwich. Smart waits now, watched by Walker. Smart isolated up top. Wants to run something here. Shot clock coming down to 9. He's going to step back here, take a three. No, he's going to knife inside, and he lost the basketball. Look out now, Skywalker with Tynes. Tynes to the rack, scoop and score.
You got to love that. Live ball turnover, kick it down the floor. But not only that, Tynes trailing the play, making himself visible.
Whistle there with 6:03 to go first quarter.
So here you go, there's no get back. You have to have a get back rule, so when he drives, the guards have to get back, but everybody has to get back. So they turn a 1-on-1 to a 2-on-1 because Tynes runs the floor.
Wilson Dubinsky, member of the Marshall Thundering Herd, Ottawa native. Here's Cleveland. Spent some time in the NBA, Matthew Cleveland, and he attacks the rack but misses that time. Lead is still 5. Miles, end to end. Oh, big block there, and Uot is right there with the leftovers.
Yeah, great on. That's why this team's second chance baskets. Ottawa makes a great play, but Scarborough just keeps on playing through it.
Dubinsky will work it now. It's a pick from Cleveland, the roll, and Cleveland takes it to the rack, puts it up and in off the backboard, and Matthew Cleveland. And back the other way, the answer comes from Uot. And right now the Ottawa BlackJacks hearing it from their first-year head coach, Justin Mazzulla. As the Shooting Stars are on a run here, 15-8. Uot has a couple of buckets. You're watching the CEBL tonight from Scarborough.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
Welcome back to the Pan Am Center where the Shooting Stars lead. Now the Shooting Stars went undefeated on the road. They were 3-0, and I asked big man Charles Bediaco what they did while they were on the road. He said practice. All they did was able to get guys together, stay connected, and he actually said the amount of practice time that they got on the road was able to keep them connected and develop even more chemistry than they have. I asked him what has allowed them to be such a tight-knit group so early, and he said, we never want to stop that feeling of winning. Those post-game celebrations, the dancing, it's natural for us. We want to keep that feeling going as long as we possibly can. Trying to do it again tonight, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Es. There is really a belief, you see it here, Coach, in this Shooting Stars team. Again, these guys didn't know each other at the beginning of the season. Barely ever laid eyes on each other previously. Not even some of the Ontario guys. And somehow have bonded together so quickly under Tyrell Vernon.
Yeah, and I think Tyrell Vernon and Brady Heslop. Like you bring in, like you lost a lot of people.
Get the guys.
But you bring in a Miles Powell with the best resume maybe ever seen here in the CBL. Like we're talking about an incredible talent, and you let him lead. And that's the most impressive part of this team this year is his leadership.
Powell, the former Philadelphia 76er, hoping to pave his way back to the big dance again. Another block inside, and this is a team that can block balls. And again, it is Roller who's known for that inside defensive rim protection.
So watch Roller. He comes off the basketball, and he lets Powell jump first, then he reacts to it.
Frank Mitchell's blocked, and 2 blocks in 1 trip from Roller. Smartly had it blocked, though, and there's a foul. It's going to go against the Shooting Stars.
So Smart is one of these players who uses his size and strength, and he gets himself to the paint. And because he's a good free throw shooter, he's very comfortable getting there and playing through the contact.
This Eastern Conference game in the CEBL tonight is presented by Lotto Max. It is Friday. I think get out of here early enough, might be able to get our tickets in for Lotto Max. You know what we should do? What we should do is you and I should go together, split a Lotto Max ticket, win, not show up for any more games, but use all the numbers of the player on the floor. I'm just saying. I'm not a big proponent of that stuff, but hey, it might work.
I'll use number 13 because he's been a winner all season long.
I think He has been the lottery winner for the Scarborough Shooting Stars, that's for sure. 17-13 the score, 4 to go in this first quarter. He has become a fan favorite. That time stripped though. Again, Smart, and threw it into the front row. Wilson Dubinsky unable to get to that, and coming into the game will be Marko Milicic. London, Ontario native, played at Western Illinois as well.
Ottawa's had 5 turnovers so far in this first quarter, and to the point where some of them have been reckless. You know, in that case, Javon Smart just got to the free throw line, continue what he has. You got to go in the paint to score, not to be a passer.
Javonte Smart, again, a guy who has played in the G League, Summer League, 18 games played in the NBA with the Sixers, the Heat, Milwaukee Bucks. 2 guys on the floor. We'll watch him tonight. Smart and Frank the Tank Mitchell floats one up and in for his first field goal of the night.
I think the great thing about Frank Mitchell, it doesn't get said enough, is the fact that he uses both hands. He's got that girth, but he's got that great soft finish with either hand.
Smart inside, nicely played, but a little too strong that time from Roller off the back iron. Justin Jackson's going to check back in for Missoula, and that is a late whistle, but it was indeed a foul, and Miles Powell will shoot 3 times.
And that's, like, right now what we're talking about, we said earlier about one of the keys to the game, you got to stop the ball. And right now, Ottawa's getting back, but they're not controlling the ball. They're just chasing it, and they're letting Scarborough do what they want offensively.
Well, a reminder to follow at CEBL League on all social platforms to stay up to date on stats, storylines, and more on all 10 teams in Canada's Pro Basketball League. Follow us at CEBL League, whether it's on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever you're watching. CBL is all over the place, and earlier today was just down the road.
Yeah, and I got to watch a real nice Saskatoon team that's just playing maybe the best basketball I've seen in their, in the franchise history. They were just on fire, doing absolutely everything, and handled a Niagara team. So in this league, sometimes it's not just about talent, it's about who is going to work harder.
Wouldn't you also agree that what we've seen as far as trends go the last few years in the CEBL is these records that some of the teams get out to these explosive marks, sometimes these great runs, absolutely means diddly squat come August.
Yeah, you got to hope you get to August. You're absolutely right. But there's that part of the regular season where you've got to build your team and build your chemistry.
Milicic misses front iron, but there are teams that have really gone on a roll. Niagara the last 2 years, champions of course. Scarborough a couple of years ago, champions. You got to be peaking at the right time. Fudge! Oh, he throws it down! Alex Fudge.
Alex Fudge is the wild card for Ottawa. In games where he's played real well, they won. Early in the season, he dominated the boards.
Trey Thomas into the game, contributing, a 9-point lead again. Smart the other way. Real fast-paced coach so far.
Yeah, but it's real fast for Ottawa, but the ball stays in one person's hands. With Scarborough, the ball's constantly moving.
Oh my goodness! Bringing it down, Alex Fudge rocks the rim on an alley-oop. Highlight reel stuff. Missoula wants his team to push here. Smart lets it go, and another late whistle, and I think they're going to shoot 3.
That was a veteran move. So
Check
watch
this out.
Smart takes it to the middle, but now look, he's probing the middle to score. This makes a huge difference because now they have to bring in help. And when they bring in help, who's in the back? Alex Fudge. This guy can fly.
Fudge takes it to the rim and flushes it. Cal Tire is the proud partner and tire expert of the CEBL. Shop top tire brands and have peace of mind with Cal Tire's price match guarantee. Shop and book at caltire.com.
So Smart on this 3-point shot here attempt. He does a super job of getting the defender on his back, know he's there, comes to a complete stop, and gets rewarded.
I think they got a good marketing scheme there in Ottawa. When you go down to the market, if you go for a beaver tail, you know what you should order?
A little fudge.
Smart fudge. Hey, I think it might work.
I think with
BlackJacks.
those dunks, you're going to drop a lot of old fudge.
Cleveland comes back in here. Minute 55 to go, first quarter.
So very rarely will you see Ottawa with Smart and Cleveland both off the floor. They're both too important for their offense to work.
Boy, their coach is active, is he not? Missoula, who's an assistant video coordinator with the Utah Jazz. Three-quarter, no. And Frank Mitchell, the offensive rebound, puts it up, puts it in, restores a 6-point advantage.
Ottawa went zone, and one of the problems with the zone is it's hard to rebound against.
Frank Mitchell just took a foul attack. He was chirping back down the floor, getting into the grill.
When you're in a zone, it's hard to distinguish who you're going to have to box out. So Ottawa goes into zone, corner shot goes up, and you see Khalil Miller and Mitchell both going to the rebound, and nobody put a body on them.
Khalil Miller back with the Shooting Stars again. Remember when we saw Khalil Miller have a monster game against this team in Gatineau last year when 19-17. Khalil, of course, a local guy who used to wear number 13, but that number has now been given, rightfully so, to Miles Powell.
And not a bad decision, but I'll tell you, the CBL, he's a great example of the CBL where a player finds their confidence. This case, a Canadian guy. He went on to become the player of the year in Bulgaria.
Three ball from the corner, off the rim. Skying high for that and stolen. Back again. How is this working out? Kellen Tynes dishes it. Mitchell puts it up and in. A broken play. Had a bunch of pieces and suddenly it worked out.
But the theme of that was forward. No matter what, play through.
Cleveland with a nice finger roll on the pump fake to the rim. Boy, this has been an action-packed first quarter from both ends. Can't catch a breath. Trey Thomas, another offensive rebound, up and in by big Khalil Miller, the former Mac Marauder.
If you don't put a body on someone, it just becomes an accident. You've got to rebound with your body, and Ottawa isn't.
Oh, knocked down nicely. What a big answer from Alex Fudge. He's done it inside, he's doing it outside. The lead is 5, 30 seconds to go, first quarter. Tynes penetrates, hacked by Miletic.
Yeah, and that's pretty good basketball by Scarborough. They like the matchup they want. Tynes saw Miletic on him and felt that he could take him to the basket. So Pinball Wizard is absolutely right. Check this out. The ball finds the player. Somehow it ends up in Tynes' hands. He just goes coast to coast and finds big Frank Mitchell for the finish.
Kellen Tynes, the 24-year-old out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Canada. We've got them everywhere, coast to coast to coast. He played with Maine, was the American East Defensive Player of the Year, played in the G League with the Delaware Bluecoats. Fine player. There, you know, we used to say there were hotbeds in Canada, you know, particularly in Toronto. And then in Vancouver. Guess where the hotbed is? The entire country now.
Yeah, and you know what? And there's very few people in the country that enjoy defense like he does. He's incredible on the ball, and he's very good off the ball.
Shot clock is off. Justin Harmon almost had it stolen. 3 seconds. He's going to have to let it go. He does, and it doesn't go. He goes down. Ball doesn't go in, but 32-25 Scarborough after one.
That is the quickest, highest scoring first quarter. Everybody playing with a 10-second shot clock. This is the CBL at full speed.
When we come back, S has Dylan the Villains in the house. Dylan Brooks when we come back.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh, yeah. Like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime.
Welcome back to the Pan Am Center where the Shooting Stars lead. And you might know the guy I'm joined beside. Some might call him an Olympian. Most should. He's also... I know you from that World Cup commercial, right? Is that correct? Tell me how that came about, man.
No, this is a Nike commercial putting on for, Canada soccer, or football, as they say over there in Europe. Just putting on for Canada.
Is it true that you got your flight license after that?
That's a secret.
Secret.
I'm only flying people that, are important.
Okay. All right, good to know. On a need-to-know basis on the flights. If I need to get on a G6, I'll let you know. Okay. Obviously, you're a big fan of CEBL. You've been here for multiple games. Who's the guy you're watching out for tonight?
I'm watching Frank Mitchell, one of my young boys. I worked out with him a lot, the last 2 summers. So seeing what he's doing, and he's accomplishing, things, and just trying to enjoy the.
I know Team Canada in the World Cup right now is dominating, but you guys start your journey to qualify for the World Cup in July 3rd. Tell me about the preparation ahead for that.
Yeah, I've been training, throughout the whole summer. Started training camp in a couple of, and we need all Canada support. Been for the first 2 games in July 3rd and July 6th. I think we're playing Puerto Rico and Jamaica, so come on and support.
Should be a great game. Best of luck for everything, man. Thank you very much. Guys, back to you.
Oh, yeah. Dylan Brooks, man. There's a guy you'd hate to play against, but you want on your team. And in particular, if you wear the Maple Leaf, you want him playing for Canada. Oh, nice play here. Inside was Tynes.
Yeah, I'm a huge Dylan Brooks fan.
Huge.
And he's unapologetically Canadian. And that's what I love about him, and he is who he is. But I'll tell you who people don't understand who he is. Every under 17 camp, every under 18 camp, all these camps are going on. He's at all of them. He's seeing the kids are seeing him. He is the example set for what the standard is. He's given to Basketball Canada like no one else has recently. So I'm a huge fan of his, and I wish him nothing but the best.
Matthew Cleveland knocks down a 3, and I totally agree with you. He has become such a role model, and he plays so hard. And you wish success. He had such a terrific Olympics as well when Canada, in many minds, failed to achieve what they thought they might going into the Olympics last time and moving forward as Bediako fights and has it swatted away. But one thing about Dylan Brooks, in this golden age, he's not only just a soldier for Team Canada, he's one of the generals.
And he's an underdog his entire career. Here's a guy who should have been a first-round pick, was a second-round pick. Here's a guy who played for 2 contracts. He has been the underdog, and he's a workhorse. He trains and he prepares, and he loves the game. For him to be here, he loves the game.
Yeah. Love watching him play, and again, he lives up to that nickname, Dylan the Villain, in the eyes of many opponents, but people who then go and play alongside Dylan Brooks, they love having him beside him. And a great Canadian player in this golden era for Canadians as Bediako knocks it down, and the lead is 34-28, early second quarter.
Earlier, Rod, I was talking about Alex Fudge. He just made a block here while the interview was going on. A motivated Alex Fudge is just something that Ottawa needs to have.
Another giveaway, takeaway. Tynes signals for a play here. Waits for a couple screens. Powell off a screen. Tried to go backdoor to Tynes. Brings it down. Miles Powell lets it fly, and no. I've seen a lot of great three-point shooting so far tonight, but it's early. Oh, look at this. Nice hook pass underneath. Blocked. Cleveland was going to the rim by Bediako, but he fouls him.
I think, Rod, you talk about the three-point shooting. I think what's happening is you got a lot of hunting of shots going through. So you look at defensively, you rebound with 5 and you got to go. So then they break out of the transition.
Dan Matthew, Cleveland, 23-year-old. Miami Hurricane was Florida State Seminole before that.
6th man of the year in the ACC.
And again, like many of these players, played in the G League or in the Summer League, and now have chosen to come up and play in this Canadian Spring Summer Pro League that has become the talk of the basketball world in many ways. Uat again, Akoy Uat's contributions tonight are huge.
Yeah, the Ottawa guards have to drop down and cover down. They're standing on the perimeter, and you can't go mano to mano with, you need all 5 guys to stop the Scarborough team.
Fudge puts it on the deck, turns, spins, no, misses. Here comes Miles. Now will he slow it down? Doesn't look like it. Crossover, and Kobe Elvis, the former shooting star. Talk about a good get for the Ottawa BlackJacks. Kobe is one of those guys. Talk about a tireless defender.
A great guy who finished so strong last year for Scarborough. Really excited for him that he's back in the league playing.
Got a lot of playing time when Cap Barber was injured last year. Kobe assumed a lot of that playing minutes that Barber was injured with. Look at this, and a foul. Uat again, and Akoy Uat's going off here tonight.
And they're all off of offensive rebounds. That's 6 points. Now watch, you gotta have, the rebound goes up and nobody puts a body on Uat. He has scored 6 points on 3 offensive rebounds. He's not the biggest guy, but he's active.
He's averaged 5.9 this season with 3.3 rebounds, already way above his average. We're not even at halftime yet. Lead is 9. BlackJacks have tried to cut into this lead several times, high off the glass. And Javonte Smart is going to shoot again.
Yeah. Javonte Smart said to Tynes, you can play tight, but don't play tight on me. And Smart takes it to his advantage.
New Era is the exclusive game uniform partner of the Canadian Elite Basketball League and all 10 of its teams from coast to coast. Pick up your official replica jerseys now by visiting CEBL.ca. Here is Javonte, former LSU Tiger. Averages 7.1 assists per game, among the league leaders in assists, among the point leaders as well for the BlackJacks. As he goes, so go the BlackJacks.
Javonte Smart plays for Team USA in the windows. Last summer he represented the USA.
Stolen again. Harmon, oh! Well, there's 2 points that were an easy 2 points. Swiped away by a vicious slam that didn't go the way he wanted. Here's a 3-pointer. In and out, and Harmon trying to make amends. And doesn't. Throws it away. A couple of miscues this time from number 4, Justin Harmon. The missed dunk, which was an easy 2, and then that giveaway.
Ottawa showing the effort, just not getting the results.
Execution right now, critical. Thomas, Walker, no. Physical game underneath here so far tonight. Smart, eyes a 3-ball, front iron. Cleveland gives it back to him again. Not again. Another miss, back-to-back misses from Javonte Smart from 3. Harmon, pump fake, floater, no.
3 good shots for Ottawa on that trip. They just can't get the results they want.
Not a shooting clinic so far. Powell stepping back, no. And Akoy Uat, Akoy.
4 offensive rebounds, 8 points.
Smart, head down, legs bowed, puts it up, and he's fouled. And they're going to count the basket.
Yeah. You watch Smart change of pace on the dribble. So Smart, change of pace, switches hands, really slow on the step, good finish. He uses his length, it's a special player, and that's an experienced scorer.
Kurt Daniel comes into the game for Ottawa.
Now, Shakur Daniels might be the one guy on this team who's a defensive specialist. He has the capability of stopping the ball. If he's on the ball, and there he's going to be guarding Powell, he's got a big job. He doesn't have to score. He just has to make sure he does his job defensively.
Mission Miles Powell. Here it comes. Daniel all over him that time. Walker, watched by Jackson. Mitchell turning there on Roller. Frank Mitchell, no. Muscle, hustle underneath, and the foul is going against the BlackJacks and Christian Roller.
Yeah, Roller did a real nice job. He was expecting that spin. He handled it. He had him in jail and just got a little bit overly aggressive on it.
Fudge returns to the game. Roller is going back out. 5:32 to go before halftime.
Roller's been solid for Ottawa. He came in, gave them, veteran minutes.
Frank Mitchell, what a year he's had here. Anybody who's followed hoops in Canada, in Ontario, knows the name Frank Mitchell, but for a lot of the people who are newbies in this area to the CEBL, Frank Mitchell's become a fan favorite. Look at this. And Mitchell got a piece of that, but the bucket still counts.
And that's a transition after a score there. They go to the free throw line. Both teams got to do a better job of getting back.
Frank off to Powell. Corner three. Thomas lives up to his name. Trey.
Yeah, and that's Powell. Powell drew 2 defenders. Powell drew 2 defenders, and he finds the open man in the corner.
Animated coach. Right in front of us. Justin Mazzulla just up and yelling. Gets the most out of it, that's for sure. 45-37 is the score. 5:03 to go. Frank Mitchell works it to Powell, works it to Thomas. Trey with the tray in the ends tonight.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa, thanks.
That's my job.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Eastern Conference game tonight brought to you by Lotto Max. Gives you even more chances to win with new prizes of $100,000 every draw. Get your Lotto Max ticket tonight. Must be 18 plus. S was in the huddle. Let's join him now.
Yeah, guys, I was listening into Ottawa's huddle, and Coach Justin Mazzulla was not happy with the defensive effort. He out loud asked his team, do you guys want to contest anything? And I think a part of that is just their aggression at the point of attack. He also asked his big men to stay higher at the level of screens, so watch out for that. A lot more aggression at the point of attack from Ottawa moving forward.
Well, Ottawa's getting it from 2 guys right now. This guy and Javonte Smart. They're basically carrying the team as the lead is cut to 6. The Shooting Stars are doing it by committee.
They've got 8 players who scored in the first quarter, the Shooting Stars, compared to the 4 for Ottawa.
Tynes stops. No. Rebound comes back to Walker. Swings it back out. Trey Thomas. Crosses over Shakur Daniel, unorthodox, and he's fouled. He's going to go to the line. He's going to shoot.
Scarborough brings in 2 young guards, both play the point. Tynes and Thomas. Thomas is a scorer. He's been a scorer his entire life, where Tynes is more the defensive specialist.
Here's the 25-year-old from Toronto. Played at Bowling Green, also spent 3 seasons at Vanderbilt. Went to Crestwood Prep. Program there, we're offset champions in high school. There's Kellen Tynes. Thomas drains both and scores 47-39. Matthew Cleveland. Jackson. Cleveland. Watched closely by Walker. Corner 3. Yes! Nailed by Alex Fudge. Inside, outside, all over the place.
And that Fudge 3 puts pressure on Mitchell because Mitchell's guarding him. Now Mitchell says, I don't want to leave the paint, but you're going to force me to.
Almost stolen that time. Lead is 5. Frank. Baseline. Shot clock's coming down to 5, and he just dusts. And over top of Alex Fudge. Frank Mitchell just ran over Alex Fudge. He took a big bite of Fudge right there.
And the official looks like he's going to give Fudge a flop warning.
It is. Frank was right over top of Fudge after that as well. And tell you what, that bus number was number 00.
Yeah, you know, if he sold that as a flop, I'm pretty entertained by it because, man, Mitchell has got some size.
He's a
and
load.
He is not apologetic either. He just takes it to the basket.
He is a load, Frank Mitchell is.
Now played at a bunch of schools, but everywhere he went, his numbers stayed the same. He's always hovering around 10 rebounds, be it at Bonaventure, be it at Canisius, be it at Minnesota. The man is a rebounding machine.
A guy who has become a legend in Ontario basketball circles through the years since he was a young guy. Tell you what, if that was a flop, that was not an acting job.
No, and Mitchell wasn't somebody who tried to knock him down. He just used his size and strength.
Wow, timber. Alex Fudge has done it all offensively, certainly for the BlackJacks tonight.
Yeah, but you're asking a lot of him just size-wise to get down and guard the post by himself. He needs a little bit of help. He needs somebody else to help trap somebody like Mitchell's legs.
Mitchell has 9 and 3 rebounds in the game. Again, we haven't seen a plethora of three-point shots attempted or made tonight. Shooting Stars 2 of 9, BlackJacks 3 of 9 so far.
And I don't think you have to shoot the 3 when you're getting the 2s at such high quality.
I love that.
How about Ayotte? 11 points, leading them in scoring, 4 offensive rebounds, 8 points, all on second chance baskets.
Ayotte. Season high was 15 against Seabears back in May. Close to that here tonight. Ayotte, AY could be looking at real special night here. Lead is 7. Frank on the floor again. Fudge this time blocks him. Tried it again. Got his hand on it, and Alex Fudge underneath. Great work, the human pogo stick. But Mitchell is fouled again.
So look at Fudge. Fudge is the second jumper 3 times in a row. He's now decided I can let Mitchell go up, but I can catch him on my jump and let he goes. So he goes the first time. Watch him react the second time. Then he goes the third time, and he gets called on a foul there, but he does the same thing 3 times in a row. He now knows that I'm the superior athlete here. I can get up off my feet quickly.
Frank misses the first. Shooting Stars this year compared to last, number still isn't where they want to be, but their free throw shooting has been much better this year. They were hovering near 50% at one point in the season as a team last year.
Sometimes it's just about getting the right guy shooting the free throws.
3 minutes to go before halftime. Javonte Smart, double teamed here. Tynes and Thomas, and Cleveland misses. Thomas and Tynes lead the break here. They'll wait for their teammates. An 8-point lead, but a foul away from the ball.
And that's Mitchell trying to, you fight for position in the post, and he's the second guy down the floor, and he wanted that spot, and he just blew up the Ottawa defender.
The BlackJacks can cut into this here. First meeting of the season between the two Ontario rivals. They'll meet again Tuesday in Ottawa. Shooting Stars are against Niagara on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day weekend to all the dads out there. By all means, 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Why not come down with your kids, get your kids to buy you a ticket, come on and watch the Shooting Stars. Thomas missing. Fudge. Dubinsky, no.
I'm not a big fan of that, Rod. I thought they had a good 3-on-2 there. Dubinsky stops at the three-point line. Not a great three-point shooter. Take the 2. You need the score if you're Ottawa.
Those easy 2s are a lot better than the difficult 3s, and that somehow goes in on the tap back by Khalil Miller. He was soaring through the air to tap that in. 10 points.
Like you ought, nobody touches Miller. He has a free lane to the rim.
Javonte, open 3, no. Javonte Smart's got a unique jump shot. It's almost like a set shot. There's Bediako scooping and scoring.
Yeah, it's a great run by Ottawa without Powell on the floor. With Scarborough without Powell on the floor.
Fudge, corner, good ball movement. And the foul by Khalil Miller on Matthew Cleveland. Biggest lead of the game, 12 points right now.
So, a great offensive rebounders treat every shot like a miss. The ball goes up, Miller's hoping it's a miss because he's got a free ride at the rim, and what's he do? Get his hands on it. If you are Ottawa, you must put your body on someone. Your DNA has to be onto the other player. Otherwise, Scarborough's going to run you out of this gym just by getting their offensive rebounds.
One of the leading scorers tonight for the BlackJacks, Matthew Cleveland, one of their leading scorers in the season, 24.4, fourth in the CEBL. Georgian native, played in the G League with Salt Lake City and Texas. His coach would know him well, Justin Mazzulla, who part of the Jazz organization. AY, no. Here they come again. Smart, baseline. Javonte almost threw it away. Again, frantic passing here. Cleveland, that splits in the air Michael Jordan made so famous. And that goes from Miles Powell off the bench, off the glass, through the bucket. Answer 3, no. Back out. Smart. Dubinsky again. Dubinsky's off right now. Ice cold from the field.
Yeah, and sometimes you can shoot yourself out of a game as much as you can shoot yourself in a game.
You think about the 2s that they've given up, this game could be a lot closer.
So if we're playing horse, this is the winning shot. A runner, right-handed, off the backboard, sitting in Jamal Magloire's lap after you finish it. That is special. He just, that's why he's got NBA talent. That's why he's playing in China. That's why he is decorated as he is.
Miles Powell, there's the big cat getting up under the basket. Jamal Magloire, of course, heavily involved with this organization and the Toronto Raptors, former NBA All-Star, and a champion with the Raptors as an assistant. There's the big cat, and quite frankly, the legend in Scarborough basketball.
Yeah, the thing I always loved about Jamal is he never believed in these ghost screens. He made sure he got a piece of you.
Look at him, he's still up. I think he might add it. See, Jamal, I think they may have had their drinks spilled. Now Jamal's worried about, he used to worry about the ice after a game, but the ice in his drink now on the baseline. 58-44. BlackJacks are getting unglued here a little bit. Another off-balance shot. The last second, it's halftime, and a 14-point shooting star advantage.
And they're doing it with so many different players.
Doing it from everywhere, doing it with everybody. Coming up at the half, we'll have a sit-down interview with the Miles Powell. This fan here will interview BlackJacks head coach Justin Mazzulla. We'll look back at the first half stats and much more. And here is S with our man, Frank Mitchell.
All right, Frank. You guys had 18 second chance points in that first half. You had 3 offensive rebounds. You're number 1 in the CEBL in offensive rebounds. What allows you guys to never give up on a possession?
Honestly, it's just what we preach, man. We preach just effort and trying hard. That is the minimum we could do. And, this team believes in me. The team believes in us. And, we want to do everything for each other.
How does it feel to have a guy like Dylan Brooks here watching you play?
It's great, bro. I look up to that guy on the basketball court. And, he taught me a lot of stuff on just intensity and just how to play basketball. And, I try to carry it on the court.
All right. Thank you, Frank. Guys, back to you.
I think he might get his dreads from Dylan as well. Those famous Dylan Brooks dreads. Frank Mitchell sporting those tonight. What a great first half for Frank the Tank and from the Shooting Stars. Best team in the CEBL in the standings right now, trying to stretch their record to 9-1. It's halftime in Scarborough.
Again, he got it! He did it! Oh my goodness, what a finish! Miles Powell!
All right, you're the Iceman for the day. Enjoy.
So this episode is extra Scarborough heavy, so we have to spend some time with a star of the Scarborough Shooting Stars, Miles Powell. And listen, speaking of stars, you are ready either for your CBC debut or the home opener, because my guy has a tight braid up, he has a nice lineup, he has the OVO owl on the chest, he's got the timepiece, not even a watch. I'm wearing a watch. This tells me my heart rate. That's a timepiece that appreciates in value. And probably Prada on the shoes. I don't want to put your business on the front street.
Sir.
Looking clean. So excited to meet you and to see you in the league. You came ready.
Yeah, I was ready. This is not my first rodeo, so just wanted to represent Scarborough Shooting Stars the right way and represent myself the right way. So
I'm surprised you don't break every huddle screaming Iceman or 666, because you guys are already a crew, and I loved this post-game moment that you had with S.A. Barani, one of the best sideline reporters and basketball minds in the country, where Iceman had just dropped. It was like a couple hours literally before. And not only you guys are vibing, y'all know the lyrics already. I don't know if you got a little early listen from Nico, but take a look at the vibes that you guys had after a big win.
Time, the collectiveness, how together you guys are. Another 15-point comeback in target score time. What allows you guys to stay together like this?
We're a family for real. It's a culture. Every day we in our breaks and us, and that's what y'all see. All of my eyes stay dead.
Why they gas me up?
All right, you're the Iceman for the day.
The reporter, he was throwing it too.
The vibes. Take me into that moment. One of the things, that I miss about being on a sports team, that you can't replicate that anywhere else in life.
Yeah.
You literally just met a lot of those dudes.
Yeah.
Well, take me to the place of you were introducing yourself to you guys literally boogieing post game after a win.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But that's just the culture that Nico has built around the locker room, and like you see in the video, we don't really care who does it, who making the game-winning shot, who has the most points. As long as we winning and the vibes is good, everyone's happy, as you see in that video. So, Amir had just made it 3. We had came down. I think we actually went on a 19-0 run. That was one of the biggest comebacks in the league history. So, like I said, the vibes were high. We don't care who doing, as long as we coming out on top and we winning. That's the thing about summer basketball. As one of the leaders on the team, I'm just trying to show them that when you win, everybody looks good, from the coach down to the last player that came off the bench. So, I mean, that was our first home game. The kids was involved. The vibes was high. The song had just came out, you know. So, I mean, we was feeling good.
BlackJack.ca.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying...
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
Welcome back. It's halftime at the Pan Am Center in Toronto in Scarborough. 58-44 is the score for the hometown Scarborough Shooting Stars. There's Mayor Olivia Chow.
There's always someone in this
building.
building.
Cut in on our broadcast. We're going to have her for halftime. Well, that was a fast-paced first half that had a lot of errors from both teams and a lot of turnovers. But it seemed that the leaders of both teams, the guys that you focused on at the beginning of the game, they were the central figures.
Yeah, but I also believe that Scarborough did a better job of controlling the pace that they're good at, and they're good at full speed on both ends of the floor.
Let's take a look at the highlights of this first half, and led mostly for the Scarborough Shooting Stars by Akoy Uwat, having one of his best games of the season.
So he finds himself at the rim. He gets there, he sets himself up, but then it's the offensive rebound. It's all the work that he does before he gets the rebound. He's had 4 offensive rebounds, 8 points. Here's a young guy who just works real hard, and he's been the star of the first half.
And for the Ottawa BlackJacks, obviously Javonte Smart, obviously Matthew Cleveland, but Alex Fudge, this guy beyond getting bulldozed by Frank Mitchell, he's been the big factor for the BlackJacks.
And you know, early in the year when they won their games, he was a huge factor. This is an athlete who can play, and he loves to be able to get to the rim. So watch Fudge on the backdoor cut, alley-oop, catch, throw. He's knocked down a couple threes, so you can't lose him. And then defensively, he handles things. So again, he makes himself visible, catches the 3, steps in and shoots it. He has been the saving grace for them offensively.
What do you think Justin Mazzulla is telling his team? Again, volume 3s, but they weren't even coming close to knocking those 3s down.
Yeah, you got to let the offense get us our 3s. Our 3s can't be the offense.
Let's take a look at the numbers in that first half, which certainly would favor the Scarborough Shooting Stars. 45% from the field. Again, both teams not really knocking down a lot of 3s. But look at the rebounding numbers. That's a huge force here.
And these are the 2 best rebounding teams, and Scarborough's just dominating on the offensive boards in particular. They are just kicking it. I look at these numbers and I'm thinking, if I'm Scarborough, I'm really excited.
When we come back, we will have the second half here from the ends. So nice to have you here tonight, by the way, Coach. Guest appearance. We got Dylan Brooks. We've got Joe Razzo.
The mayor?
We've got the mayor of Toronto. There she is. There she is, Olivia Chow. Welcome, Your Honor.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa, thanks.
That's my job.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do. The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster juice. Fuel for what's next.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Huge first half for the huge guy, Frank Mitchell. 10 points, 5 rebounds, and a big morsel of fudge. Knocked him down, Alex Fudge. Might have taken the charge there, but that kind of set the tone for what was a very physical first half in the paint.
And everything that Scarborough did was physical, but Frank Mitchell is nothing but physical. He took a straight line to the basket there, and he has left his impression in this game. In every game, he's the league-leading rebounder.
Second chance points are a factor, 18-2 for the Scarborough Shooting Stars. Any rhyme or reason to that, Frank Mitchell?
I just think they're outworking them. I think it's not just Mitchell, it's all the guys coming from the perimeter allowing the second chance to happen.
Let's revisit, speaking of second chance, a second chance to look at our players to watch before this game, and we'll be watching in the second half. Miles Powell is kind of one of those second half performers. He only has 9 in the first half. That says a lot. His team's leading by 14.
But being the conductor means you don't have to score. He knows how to mix the drinks, and Howell has done a super job of it. You know, Smart has been the main scorer, but Powell, I just think Powell has done a great job of creating the tempo, setting the scene, finds the guys that are open, he gets open, he knows that he can score in the post, he knows he can score in perimeter, and this shot he makes is just a circus shot to end the quarter.
Let's see what the BlackJacks have to say. Here's their coach, Justin Mazzullo, with S.
All right, Coach, 13 offensive rebounds leading to 18 second chance points for Scarborough. What do you guys have to do to clean that up?
Yeah, I mean, our guys are battling down there. We just have to do a lot better job hitting and finding and fetching the man. We got to compete and grab the basketball as a team. Once we start to team rebound, we'll be able to make an impact on the offensive side, get the ball out, and start running.
What was the message to your team in that locker room to get them to take the lead here in the second half?
Yeah, it's just going to take everyone. It's going to take all of our energy, all of our effort. It's going to take our togetherness, really. We're going to have to start sharing the basketball a little bit more, get the ball a little bit pop, and put pressure on the paint.
All right, thank you, Coach. Guys, back to you.
Well, a guy who's a former video coach and currently an assistant video coach, it reminds you of some of these guys who've been able to take that technology, take it into the coaching ranks, and this guy does it. By the way, he's in front of us the whole game. This is a guy who is up and at him in the referee's faces and his players' faces. He's very animated.
And how about having a phone available? You can call your brother, who happens to be the coach of the Celtics, and you could say, hey, what do you think in this situation? Give me some suggestions. This is a person learning to coach, and this is his big stage for him and his first-time job. And people got a lot of, the people are impressed by what he's done.
And so far, so good. Again, 4-6, but on a 3-game losing streak. And the 4-game win streak for Frank Mitchell and company. Frank, a man of the people. Look at him. Look at him. Getting a chance to glad hand some of the patrons here tonight. Watch for Frank Mitchell.
He reminds me of a friend of yours.
Oh, yeah, he does, actually. I know you're going to say, y'all. You're right, y'all. You're right. My man, Charles Barkley. I haven't really had a chance to chat with you this season so far, but wasn't it a fascinating, incredible, amazing run by the New York Knickerbockers?
Yeah, you know what? And you and me, we'll refer to them as the Knickerbockers. Right? It was a resilient run. It was a professional run. It was guys who played hard and played in big moments, and they had those comebacks, those signature games, those signature moments, and that doesn't just happen. That's people working together. That's the basketball gods rewarding you.
And that had a lot of pieces. You know, you look at pieces. What I loved about the Knicks coming together, and I think Victor Wembanyama, I don't know if you'd agree with this or not, he might be the most skilled player to ever play the game of basketball at his height, for sure. At 7 feet 6 inches, he's got an amazing future. But what I loved about the Knicks is that it was a complete team effort. And they played position basketball as opposed to 4 guards and a center.
And they've acted like they've been there before.
Yeah.
They used their experience. They leaned on it. There were lots of experience there, and they did. And it was San Antonio looked young. They made some young mistakes, and hey, their experience can't be overrated.
And you got a feeling that the Spurs are going to be around for a few years to come, particularly with Wembanyama. They start to surround that big man with talent as the Spurs did so many years ago around Tim Duncan and David Robinson. 58-44 here in Canada tonight. Outskirts of Toronto and Scarborough. Dubinsky has not hit a 3 yet so far tonight, still hasn't hit one.
Yeah, that's not the great set you want if you're Ottawa. That was completely on the perimeter.
Good shooter, though. If he can get hot, let's see what happens. Tynes works with Powell. Powell's been a little off, but now this is where Miles Powell starts to lift off.
Yeah, there's one way to guard Miles Powell, and that is to guard him before he gets the basketball. You've got to force him back door. You can't let him use the screen.
Great conversation at halftime. Miles Powell, what a likable young man. Guy who's trying to make his way back to the NBA. Tynes, Akoy, Uot again going to the free throw line now. Thought he could make the 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
So I love that transition by Scarborough. They took advantage. Tynes had a shooter on the wing. He had Powell for the 3. But analytics tells me that 2 at 80% is better than 3 at 30%.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody is so infatuated with that 3. The 3s are great when they land. But you see games when those 3s are being thrown up as bricks, does not make for masterful basketball in this Eastern Conference game presented tonight by Lotto Max. 9 minutes remain. Again, if you're new to the CEBL, 10-minute quarters. 9 minutes left in the third. In the fourth, really 6 minutes, because at the 4-minute mark, they shut the clock off. Nice three-pointer that time by Cleveland, and we played to a target. He was on target, and he's on target tonight as Cleveland. Tynes as Powell works off a screen. Miles wanted to take that. Dubinsky up in his face. Powell waits for a screen, almost lost it. Here's Walker. Walker, hand in the face by Dubinsky. Walker left side. Oh, the reverse doesn't go. That would have been highlight reel. Block again underneath by Cisse.
But Uot with his 5th offensive rebound on that play.
Baseline again, off balance. Tynes streaks the other way. The mad dash to Powell. Walker. Been quiet so far tonight, Anthony Walker. Powell puts it off the glass. Uot again! Another offensive rebound. And the putback for another bucket and a monster night for AY.
Work works. And Ayotte has been a great example of it. There has not been one play run for him. There hasn't been a play run for him all season. But watch him work off the basket. He treats everything like a miss. You don't put a body on me, thank you very much. This has been the story of the game, and Coach Mazzulla talked about putting bodies on people, but if you don't practice it, if you don't do it, you can't just change it in the second half.
Lead is now 18. Largest lead. Ottawa has never had the lead in this game. It's been all Shooting Stars. They just keep pouring it on here tonight in Pan Am Center in their own digs. Oh, nice pass underneath, and Bediako finishes off the bounce pass from Powell.
Yeah, the conductor took total control of that play. He decided, I want to come off the curl, come off the handoff, and then I'll set it up.
The conductor, the beautiful symphony again tonight. 3 ball, will it go? No. Dubinsky's going to shoot till he makes, it looks like. For the BlackJacks, they need to start making. They're down 20 points here. Powell deep again. And he's fouled. Or was a foul away from the ball? No, it was a foul. It would be 3 shots for Miles Powell.
Yeah, and Miles Powell draws more fouls away from the basket like that than anybody in the league. Nothing about being big. Bediako rolls to the rim, sets a good screen, creates separation, finishes the screen, and gets rewarded.
Miles Powell knocks down that first. It's season 5. From the ends, be a part of the action. Championship banner still riding high here. 2023, only a couple of years into the league, and the Shooting Stars were the class of the CEBL. You can catch the action here by scanning that QR code on your screen. You can get your tickets. Coach, you get to come to a few games every year here, and it's what I love about the CEBL is that every city, every team has kind of a different atmosphere. This one is so uniquely Scarborough and such a party atmosphere.
Yeah, it's loud, it's boisterous, it's small and quaint. That's not Scarborough, but holy smokes, people love their basketball. They come out, and tonight there's a lot of juice in here.
A lot of juice. Some stars on Celebrity Row. We've had a few. Yeah. I thought you showed up tonight because you saw Mel Gibson was at the last game, and Mel, you're thinking that maybe Mel's going to cast you. I think he would. I think he would for sure. 69-47 will step aside on Joe Razzo night in Scarborough.
BlackJacks now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
Well, it's another Miles Powell night, but usually we talk about Miles Powell, we talk about milestones. Every game it seems he's close to a record, but tonight he's getting a lot of support from his teammates.
Yeah, but when he's on the floor, he's plus 21.
There's another steal by Powell. Gifted performer. Through the legs, does it himself, wanted to shoot it. Drops it into Bediako, maybe baby hook time. Bediako going up, Good defense that time. Fudge underneath. 3-ball incoming. Kellen Tynes.
I think I'm going to be Uat's agent. Who got the offensive rebound? Uat. Who kicks it out and got the assist? Uat.
AY. Kawhi Uat, one of those supporting cast members tonight in the Miles Powell Show. 72-47, huge lead. That helps. Cleveland, leading scorer for Ottawa, has 23, but his team's down 22.
Yeah, 14-6 run right now for Scarborough in this third quarter.
Bediako wants to hand it off to Powell. Takes it, fires it. Off the back iron. Fudge comes up with it. Cleveland, corner three. They need these. No. Backing up and over the backboard. Brought back out. Miletic. Fudge, open look. No. Lot of misses tonight. The shooting percentage not good for the visitors from the nation capital.
It's like everybody for Ottawa has a green light. For some guys, there's a reason you're open.
Powell blocked. Miletic on the deck. Back out to Smart. Been quiet offensively here tonight. They need to get something going, need to make a run. Euro step, that will help.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to get Smart. Like the only thing, Javonte Smart can't pass to Smart. So he needs to get off the basketball. He needs to receive it. You need Smart, Cleveland, and Harmon to get their shots off.
Subs coming in here now. Frank Mitchell comes out high, works on Fudge. Walker, hook pass. Mitchell picks it back up. Such soft, great hands, the big man. Not this time, there's the corner. Ball bounces away, and it's a travel on the far side.
It just shows you that pressure on the ball disturbs the offense. So here, I've been just preaching Uat. Look at this. He gets the rebound. He immediately kicks it out for the easiest three in basketball. Inside out three. Everybody's cheering for the three, and we're sitting here and I'm high-fiving because I think Uat's doing the job.
4 wins in a row for the Shooting Stars, and how about that dunk? Another one from Alex Fudge.
Put Fudge at the rim. Let him show you what he can do.
But still worth only 2 points. Uat trying to answer. Does with 3. Akoy Uat, have yourself a night. Uat defensively again. One player in 4. And again a thunderous slam from Alex Fudge. Windmill skyrocker. They need a lot more of those, but it has to start on the defensive end. They got to get some stops. Uat, there's a stop there. Miletic able to strip the ball now, the London, Ontario native. Nice pass inside to Cleveland. Good recognition.
Nice steal by Harmon.
And it will be Ottawa trying to make a run here in the late moments of this third quarter. Look at this dunk.
So check, that Fudge can just fly. He's all of 6'9", 6'10". And if you find him, he's got great hands. Shoot the three and he can attack the basket.
Well, Fudge is flying. The Shooting Stars are leading big time. Might have artistic impression marks, but this Blackjack team is in a losing skid, 3 in a row. Needing to get off the schneid here, trying to get back in the race, the thick of it in the Eastern Conference.
So one of the keys to the game, Rod, we talked about, you've got to make, Scarborough's got to, make the Canadians on Ottawa score. And Scarborough is doing a great job. Outside of their imports on Ottawa, their Canadian players have only scored 4 points.
Now you can be part of the energy that takes our nation's capital by storm all summer long. Get your tickets for those Ottawa fans to experience pro basketball in Ottawa at blackjacks.ca/tickets or scan the QR code. Another great center for basketball in Canada, the capital. BlackJacks have always been a force. Try to catch the powerhouses in the last couple of seasons. The Shooting Stars, since they came in the league, have been one of the top teams. And of course, the Niagara River Lions have kind of had a dynasty the last couple of seasons down the QEW. Once you get into championship time, and it's different this year, Coach. No championship weekend, no host team, play in.
So there's even more advantage of taking care of business during the regular season.
Absolutely. I think there are a lot of people who are proponents, and I love, as you did, the championship weekend. But as you know, a lot of host teams could also just prepare for that championship weekend.
And it's a nice way to reward, the home teams, the teams that have done the best throughout the season. Give their fans a chance to be a part of the playoffs.
Revenue generator as well, and get your fans going. And there's nothing like a home crowd advantage. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. BlackJacks trying to get this down to a workable number. Oh, Frank Mitchell did that. Step inside, and big Frank just lays it in.
Ottawa came with a double team, but it wasn't. They didn't double his legs, and he just pirouetted right out of there.
That was a big pirouette from the big man. Ever seen a grizzly bear pirouette? That's big Frank Mitchell. Boy, he is a talented player, and there's a foul. It's a charge against Ottawa.
Yeah, they got fudge on a moving screen here. But watch Frank Mitchell. He sees a second defender come. He loves that spin move, but he doesn't force it. He sees a little bit of space, steps through, and waltzes in for an easy two.
He is very much Barkley-esque, is he not?
Yep. He's got all the men's league moves.
Trey Thomas trying to get the back door to Mitchell. A lot of people don't know, though, is Frank Mitchell's 6'8". Charles Barkley was only 6'4". 6'4", 6'5". And maybe 6'5" wide at times, too. But Charles, boy, could he handle the rock.
And he had long arms and quick jumper and just
ferocious attitude, and one of the most generous guys you'll meet, one of the funniest guys. Anthony Walker spinning down to Frank Barkley. Baby hook.
Now, isn't Charles in one of your chapters?
He is. He dominates the book, actually, in the back cover. Cut to Black, available in bookstores now. Good gift for Father's Day. Yep. Charles, there's no one like Charles Barkley, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I know your relationship with him is unbelievable.
He's a great guy. Loves Canada. There's a three-pointer knocked down, dead eye through the crosshairs by Javonte Smart. As Charles always says, I'm big in Canada. I'm big everywhere. Charles Barkley. Nobody like him. Oh, and there is Tynes. Mitchell underneath. Lost it. Ottawa basketball.
Better job there by Ottawa putting a body on Mitchell.
Lead is 15. They got to get this inside 10 at least as they head towards target time. And maybe, just maybe, playing much cleaner basketball in their possessions.
Yeah, Frank Mitchell is anchoring the middle of the paint. And that puts Alex Fudges wide open. They've got to find to get him the ball, force Frank Mitchell to come out and see if he'll guard him.
Trying to put a little more pressure on the Shooting Stars. Best record in the CEBL at 8-1. Smart off the glass. Tynes for another rebound by the Shooting Stars.
Again, Ayotte on defense this time.
Coy Ayotte. Certainly a candidate for player of the game. Frank. yo-yoing this basketball. Swinging it. Akoy for three. Oh my goodness! Akoy Uat having a monster night.
From St. College in Alberta.
The road less traveled. Pride of St. And Justin Jackson cleans up a turnover. I'll tell you what, he has got the shiniest kicks on the floor. Justin Jackson, those silver shoes. Lead 16, 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Mitchell calls for it, wants it. Thomas had it blocked. Harmon right in the grill of Thomas afterwards. Koy Uat going to the defense of Thomas. There's those shoes. Look at those things. Those are shiny, man. You can see your reflection in those. Remember the days, Coach, the old days when you're coaching and everybody wore the Converse All-Stars and the early Nikes when they came out. Everybody had to wear the same color.
1975, I had a purple suede Nikes. Nobody knew what Nike was.
Do you know what those would be worth right now? Put those on eBay or Amazon. It's great. I think the individuality and everybody has their own thing. Some players like the two different shoes, two different colored shoes. But that was back then. If you wore those shoes back then, you would be told to leave the floor, right? Because there was a uniform policy, which was kind of ridiculous when you think about it.
Yeah. Now the shoes everybody uses their shoes to, just more than playing. They want it to resemble them.
Yeah, it's your brand. The brand tonight for the Shooting Stars, though. Last shot going to Ottawa. Maybe not. Look out here, Khalil. Tynes, buzzer beater! Well, it's all coming undone for the Ottawa BlackJacks. Frustrated team right now. 20-point lead for the Shooting Stars after 3 quarters of play. And a frustrated team also, you could tell. And Miles Powell not happy with the BlackJacks, and the BlackJacks not happy with anything that's going on the floor right now.
No, they're not, boy. But I'll tell you that play there. This spin, this step through, and that last play, my God, they went from defense to offense in warp speed. Frank Mitchell passing the ball, putting the sweat on there, and there's the man of the night.
He is the man of the night. Akoy is A-OK. So are the Shooting Stars, 84-64. What a night.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Did you know that every CEBL game ends on a game-winning bucket? Yep, every single one. That's because we use something called target score ending, a thrilling twist that keeps fans locked in till the final shot. So what is the target score ending? Here's how it works. The first time the clock stops with 4 minutes or less left in the fourth quarter, the game clock is turned off. We enter target score time. We take the leading team's score, add 9 points, and that becomes the target score. Let's say it's 91-80. That means the first team to hit 100 wins. No ticking clock, no intentional fouls, just pure clutch basketball. It's fast, it's electric, and it guarantees that every game ends with a bang. Experience the target score ending this CEBL season.
No better way to finish a quarter than everybody getting involved. Akoy Uat makes the steal, makes the throw, falling out of bounds. 3 people touch the ball, they score, they end the quarter on a run, a defensive stop. But my man, Akoy Uat from Sate, who played in Portugal this year, has just been outstanding. This is a coming out party.
Yeah, it's his biggest game in the CEBL, 21. Previous high was 15. He's not done yet, by the way, but the lead is 20. The Shooting Stars are going to try to keep putting the sneaker on the throat. BlackJacks, maybe it'll be Kobe Elvis. Could be the Energizer Bunny. Smart. Kobe back out. Where's number 0? Kobe. Oh, nice move there, but Trey Thomas got a hand on it.
I think Trey Thomas got one hand on the ball and one hand on Kobe.
Yeah, I think he wanted a foul there. Kobe wanted the foul, didn't get it. Justin Mazzulla still barking out instructions. His brother Joe, of course, the Boston Celtics head knock. Maybe talk to you a little bit about coaching in this league, and of course your son Vic, so much success, and you're a long-time coach, and this has been sort of a breaking ground, a breeding ground for young coaches throughout the years here. What an opportunity to coach before you come to your university or college season, or potentially maybe even a pro job down the road.
And there's nothing like the CBL, because it's a very athletic FIBA, quick FIBA game where the domestic players are crazy athletic. So then you have target time and you add that in there. So you need the experience, and you need somebody to back you, and you need an experienced assistant. This is one of the toughest places to coach because your domestic players are as athletic as your imports.
It can be frantic. But what an opportunity for the Canadian players like Frank Mitchell to play alongside Miles Powell. And Mitchell is hurt, and this isn't good. Mitchell is slow to get up, and looks like he's okay. Justin Jackson argues his case.
The great thing for the Canadian players is that you get a chance to measure yourself against some of these NBA, G League type guys. And Frank Mitchell's holding his own right here. You know, and you get the Frank Mitchells, you're getting the tonight, the Uots. You're getting guys showing, the Canadians here are showing themselves. And so if I'm a European general manager, I'm looking at him thinking, oh, this is how I got to measure him. He's going up against Javonte Smart.
It's how those young Canadian players, and then as S was chatting with Dwight Powell earlier, or Dylan Brooks earlier rather, and the Dwight Powells and all of those players on the Canadian team, there's a great way that the Canadians can make it to their national team someday. Be part of that. Javonte Smart. One of those import players coming up to Canada and loving playing up here in the CEBL. Need this 3. Nope. Khalil Miller. Trey Thomas. Miles Powell, and it looked like a travel.
Yeah,
nice move, just a little too much.
That fake was too good.
Really good, faked everybody out. Kobe, and that's on the end line, out of bounds.
Yeah, that just drives everybody, every coach in the world crazy. Why treat the three-point line like a wall and cause a turnover by stepping out of bounds?
Cleveland and Dubinsky come back in. Elvis, Harmon check out. And a huge, healthy lead for the Shooting Stars. A chance to run their win streak to 5 in a row. They've got Niagara coming in on Sunday on Father's Day. And by all means, if you have no plans, come down to Pan Am Center and enjoy the day with your dad. Watch some great basketball. Shooting Stars are on a roll here right now, and they are playing like a powerhouse. Thomas again! Trey Thomas, huge 3 from another area code.
It doesn't matter who's doing it. Scarborough is staying the course.
I've been doing these Shooting Stars games since they got into the league. Now it's showtime for Khalil Miller. Yes! This might be the most complete team Scarborough has ever assembled.
So that's great that you say that, Rod, but we came here tonight, Javon Johnson,
Amir Sims, 2 great players, starters, aren't playing tonight. Which is unbelievable.
It just tells you the balance of this team, and the guys are playing. They're playing within the team. So play some defense, play some offense, kick it out, find the big guys. Bad decision on the kick out, good decision on giving it to Miller. Easiest shot in basketball.
91-66. Unless the BlackJacks can pull even to a reasonable number, which it's not right now. This one could end quickly tonight. Could be starting the bus early. Heading to Johnny's in Scarborough. Target time comes up at the 4-minute mark, of course. Well, the BlackJacks will head home to the capital. They'll welcome the Saskatoon Mamba. Been looking good for their Father's Day clash this Sunday. Action begins at 7 Eastern, 5 p.m. Central Time. And the Shooting Stars, as mentioned, are at home against the Niagara River Lions for a rematch of their last game. Shooting Stars won that one by 11 points. Tip-off Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Spend Father's Day with us, either in the buildings or on the stream on CEBL Plus, YouTube, or CBC Gem. What a great day to spend Father's Day. What are you doing for Father's Day? You doing a game?
No, I'm not, but I'll be watching one.
Well, there's a proud papa right there, Joe Razzo, and his kid Vic through the years. And coach of those Niagara River Lions last couple of years, stepped aside this year. We always have to thank the moms, but something about basketball being that father-son game, isn't it? Powell back out, every lane wide open, everything seeming to go in, open looks everywhere for the Shooting Stars. Demolition derby here tonight. Javonte, force shot, stolen, Dubinsky, JJ, no J.
Scarborough just maintaining the pace and Ottawa playing right into it the entire game.
Akoy, why not? Oh, it is that kind of night. Akoy Uwat.
The CEBL has to be put on notice.
AY is the guy tonight. 94-66. BlackJacks can't buy a bucket. What an incredible night for Akoy Uwat.
Last year played at Vasco da Gama in Portugal. After tonight, I think he's going to be signing big time. This guy has shown us everything you want.
Everything you want, and you want. What a player, Akoy Uwat. Thomas heaves it. Stolen again by Miller. Walker open three. Yes!
It's like the old Argo bounce has found Scarborough. Everything going Scarborough's way.
Justin Mazzulla kind of throwing his hands up, almost a white towel right now. Got a minute 53 till target time. We turn off the game clock and we play to a target. This one may be fait accompli. Look at that rebound. Just out playing, out hustling, out working. The guys from the nation's capital. Fudge has led the game in dunks. But it's what counts on the scoreboard that matters most. Now, again, you can never say it's in the books, because in target time we've seen crazier things. But the way the Shooting Stars are playing tonight, they look like such a confident bunch.
You know, what I like about it is very rarely can you go into a game and steal the other team's confidence. And Scarborough's done that tonight.
Sapped them, absolutely sapped them. And this BlackJacks team, as we mentioned before the night, Coach, 4-6 record. Again, missing some pieces right now, trying to find their rhythm. But you can see moments and flashes in this team that could put them as contenders.
Yeah, you know, I think defensively they got to get better, and today they were exposed on the offensive end on the rebounding.
Also chucked up a lot of threes that just didn't find the bottom of the well. Baseline this time, acrobatic shot into the line. The BlackJacks will go
You know, Roller is giving them solid minutes. He comes in there, gets the offensive rebound, draws the foul.
And they're not going to go to the line. It's an inbounds play. Javonte Smart tells you the kind of game when you're not even in the bonus and you're almost to target time.
And that's very helpful.
27-point lead. 33 seconds. If you're the Shooting Stars, you probably play for a possession. You probably want to just stop the clock at 4 minutes as Powell's going to go to the line.
Yeah, what I really like, and I think Coach Vernon's going to be really excited about, his team has never played to the score. You know, they've played to the game plan. The entire game, they haven't lost focus. They just maintain the way they want to play, fast pace, attack the basket, get second chance baskets. You know, sometimes when you're leading big, you have that tendency, I'm going to take this shot because I got a 27-point lead. That's what gets you in trouble. Not tonight for Scarborough.
They've had a few of these this year. Again, the wins early on came with a little duress. They had to come back valiantly down 20 plus target time to win. Had some close ones, but not tonight. This is a good old butt kicking. Sure, the BlackJacks will file this one. Get ready for Tuesday night back in Ottawa when these two teams meet again. Fudge stepping back, and no. Now if I'm the Shooting Stars, you got a 29-point lead. 2 seconds away. One possession. Whatever happens here, you're probably going to stop the clock at some point and then play for the win, which could go very, very quickly here. They put up 99 already.
You know, this is a league where if you work hard, you can win. And if you work hard and your talent works hard, then you can blow people out. And that's what Scarborough's doing tonight.
It is a blowout. Powell, no. No harm in fouling. That was a hard foul, but that was the strategy. They were inside 4 minutes. Why give the BlackJacks and Miles Powell one NBAer to another? Javonte Smart. Smart is going to shoot. That is in the bonus. But that is the strategy generally in the 4 minute mark to take that whistle, stop the clock.
Miles Powell knows only how to play one way.
Yeah, he does.
And that foul, he knew what he went, reached for the ball, and it was a physical foul, but he reached for the ball because he didn't want to have an unsportsmanlike foul.
So Smart. Target score tonight is going to be 108. Add 9 to the leading score. First team to 108, and this is not just a mountain. This is a lot of mountains tonight for the BlackJacks to climb. Shooting Stars appear moments away from winning their 5th game in a row. Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime.
Next bucket wins. Target score time is the best time of a game. The energy, the drama.
That anything can happen.
Oh my goodness! Can you believe this guy?
Big players step up in big time.
He is cooking.
It is target time. Target score time starts right now, which means there is no time. It's game clock is off, shot clocks are on. And the lead score, add 9. You shoot to the target. The bullseye tonight is 108. And I don't think that target could look any closer right now for the Shooting Stars. The danger we've seen sometimes of teams in target time is shooting threes or trying to go after it too early. They've got a big cushion here.
Yeah, it would disappoint me if Scarborough, taking a chance to play an almost perfect game, changes how they're playing. Just stay with who you are, stay with the process, and finish.
Just like this. Mitchell, nice block, and that's a good start for the BlackJacks. They got to have baskets and stops. Free ball has not been kind to them tonight. They've been chucking up threes left and right. They haven't been hitting. Miles Powell, Javonte Smart, 2 ex-NBAers, one-on-one up top. Powell inside to Frank, floater goes up and in. 7 points away from a 5th straight Scarborough win and a record of 9-1.
Frank Mitchell sets a great screen.
The Great Wall of Scarborough. Frank Mitchell, deep 3, got it! Matthew Cleveland, he has been the offensive force tonight for the BlackJacks.
He's a solid basketball player all year long for Ottawa.
Frank's going to give it off to Miles Powell, who has been the guy to end so many target scores for the Shooting Stars. 4 of their wins, as a matter of fact, and now 5 points away.
Again, off a second chance opportunity. Offensive rebound. Powell gets it right to the rim.
I'm all about the dramatics, though. Wouldn't the fitting ending tonight be to try to set up the target score winner for your new man?
Yeah.
Because you are now the president of the Akoi Uot fan club?
So, yeah, absolutely. But here's a second. Look at your best shooter on the floor. Gets a second chance, and what's he do? He sees the lane. Nice screen inside by Badiako. He uses it, and Badiako gets the assist.
Miles Powell, a lot of these guys, Justin Harmon, Powell, Smart, the import players, the American players, have played before in summer leagues, played overseas, the G League, a lot of G League lineage in the CEBL, players trying to get back to that higher level. And by the way, this league has been a proven ground to getting to that next level.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised if you see, Miles Powell on a roster next year.
Right now he's on this Shooting Stars roster, and they are loving having him. Powell again. Frank Mitchell rocks the rim. You can feel that in downtown Toronto.
And Dylan Brook and all the boys from Mississauga are cheering him on.
Dylan Brooks, love that. A 3-pointer away from starting the bus, ending the night. Will they go for the 3? Why not? Miles Powell for the win! Yes! He's done it again! He's done it again! Mr. Target Score has done it again!
I don't think I've ever seen anybody hit a 3, shake hands, kiss babies, and walk out. Maybe we got the new mayor in town.
Well, Mayor Chow was here. The new mayor of Scarborough is this guy, Miles Powell. Takes the 3, wins the game. That's 5 target score winners now. And Miles Powell continues to rewrite the record books for the Scarborough Shooting Stars, and we're not even at the halfway point of the season. This guy is ridiculous.
We now have a front runner for MVP. There is no question.
Watch this. Right there, take the shot, and the best thing you can do, go shake hands and give some hugs to the owners.
He was shaking hands before the ball hit the mesh.
There's Sam Ibrahim. There's the families. That is dramatic. Miles Powell does it again on a night where that guy, Akoi Uot, was the sizzling potion for the Scarborough Shooting Stars. But look at this. Frank Mitchell, thunderous dunk.
How do you not put a body on Mitchell? He comes in and he just attacks the rim.
What a night for the Shooting Stars. They've won 5 straight games. They're now 9-1. Scarborough Shooting Stars are the best team right now in the CEBL. There is no doubt. And the difference has been a complete revamp of the roster, chemistry, and I guess we're going to probably have the post-game dance coming up. When they have a Booster Juice player of the game, normally it's the Booster Juice players of the game and the dance of the game. Akoy Uwat is our Booster Juice player of the game.
He's got my vote.
All right, Akoy, talk to me. This was your career night for you. How did you get to your bucket tonight?
Just my teammates trusting me, you know, putting the work, coming out anytime, and just, you know, I just love the guys, you know, we just put in the work every time.
All right, this group is so together. You guys dance every post game.
It's a family, you know how we get it.
All right. Tell me about it, Akoy. Tell me how you guys stay connected like this. You guys now have the second best start in CEBL history. How do you guys get to that?
We're just family and we're serious, you know, just putting our work.
All right, guys. What's in here?
Hey, don't worry. Joe and I are coming over. Joe and I can break up that dance step in a second. You know what? Again, there's so many good teams in this league, and we've seen so many powerhouse teams. I don't know if there's been a team that's had as much fun playing together than the Scarborough Shooting Stars right now.
And they're just not playing together, they're growing together. And I think that's the journey that they're on. They've been better every single game.
Miles Powell just keeps hitting the target. Mr. TST does it again and again and again. 5 straight wins. Miles and miles and miles.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
BlackJacks.ca.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Well, it was a blowout in every stretch of the imagination tonight. What we'll see tomorrow. 3 games, triple header tomorrow. Edmonton and Winnipeg, Montreal, Calgary, Brampton, Vancouver tomorrow. See all the times and the places where you can watch tomorrow as the CBL is starting to kick into high gear, but the team that has kicked it into the highest gear is right here in Scarborough, the Shooting Stars, who have had so many stars through the years. You know, you think about Jalen Harris and Terquavion Smith and Donovan Williams and Kat Barber. I'm not so sure any star has been able to outshine Miles Powell and what he has done so far in a very early career with the Shooting Stars.
Right, this year they've got lots of stars and roles, but the one role that they have is the leader. And there's no question he is the leader of this team, and he leads by example. His leadership's unbelievable, but they are playing at such a hard, high level. The accountability factor of this team right now is off the charts.
And how about Akoy Uwat? And Akoy Uwat is part of the residue of being around a Miles Powell.
Yeah, you know what? It's like, and you watch the basketball gods in the game. He started off with 5 offensive rebounds. Then this game started expanding and good things started happening. And then he ends up the game with 3 threes. Man, you work hard, good things happen. And this young man from Calgary just showed us today that he's a star and he's coming.
Well, the Stars were shining tonight for the Shooting Stars in Scarborough. Frank the Tank did what he normally does. He was dusting players. Shooting Stars win it 108-80, 5 straight wins, 9-1 record. Coach Joe Razzo, thanks so much for being with us. Have a great Father's Day on Sunday.
You too, Rod. All the best. Happy Father's Day.
Thanks to Esfandiar Barahaney, Evan Costner and our crew, and Dan Gladman, the man at the controls. S, you will never be on Canada's Got Talent for dancing. But man, you're a great interviewer. We'll see you Sunday on Father's Day, everybody.
Program will resume.